So what was your name again?
Constable Gale from Maryborough Police. How you going?
And Senior Constable Thomas, also
Senior
from
Constable.
Maryborough Police.
So, do you have your licence there, mate?
I just want to ask you a few questions first, mate.
No,
Before I give you anything.
Yeah, no worries. Do you have your licence there?
Alright. So, anything you say or do can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. So, do you
Alright,
have your
mate.
licence there? No worries.
So can I get you to identify yourself? Have you got identification?
I just told you.
Have you got identification?
I just told you. My name's Constable Gale from Maryborough Police.
Well, I can tell you anything about my name, mate. Doesn't mean that's who I am. Have you got identification?
I do have identification.
Thank you.
Member number for me is 36550, and there's my badge.
Mine's 42830.
Thank
So,
you.
so the reason we pulled you over is just your registration's coming up as expired.
Is it?
Yeah, so from 4 or 5 days ago, I think.
Alright.
So that's why we've intercepted you today. Or this
Is
morning.
it? Is that why you turned around and waited for me to come past?
Because we checked your reg
And then you
when we were
drove
driving
around?
past. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. What, who do you work for?
Victoria Police.
Victoria Police. Is that a government? Do you guys work for the government, or is that a corporation?
Well, I guess you could say it's the government. Yeah, I don't know. I would think it's the government.
Is that a de jure government, or is that a de facto government? Do you know the difference in the two?
We work for the Victorian government.
The Victorian government?
Yes.
Is that the state government?
Yes.
State government.
Yes.
Alright.
Correct.
So as the driver of a motor vehicle, sir, obviously...
Well, this is my personal property.
Yeah,
This is
But you're the driver of a motor vehicle on a Victorian road, and what we're doing is and your car's come up as unregistered, so we're requesting to see your licence, please, to confirm your identity.
Are you police officers?
Yes.
sir.
Do you have your licence here, please?
You're a police officer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you get paid by the Crown?
Can
get paid-
you just produce your licence, please,
Do you
sir?
get paid by the Crown?
You're committing an offence. I want to explain.
You could be committing an offence, so I just want to get
Okay,
clear that you
right.
guys aren't committing an offence as
No,
well,
we're not.
alright? Because for
can
me,
sure-
personally, right,
Yep.
I've got to tell you my position.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Okay? Now, if you people aren't working for a de jure government,
We work for the
then
Victorian government.
for me to support you and to acquiesce and do what you're asking me would be for me to incriminate myself. Now, if you people aren't actually police officers,
We've
then I'm incriminating myself under the 1914 Crimes Act by agreeing and doing what you guys want to do.
do you ha-
Okay.
So I can't do that for you.
You can't produce your driver's licence or some ID. Do you understand you can be arrested if you don't produce some ID because you're committing
Are
an
you
offence?
saying that I can be arrested?
Yes.
You can restrict my freedom of movement
Yes.
if I don't give you identification. So what you're telling me is it's illegal not to have identification. Is that right? It's unlawful.
No.
No. What I'm asking is what is your name and address? Can you please provide me with your name and address?
I hear you asking me. All right.
Yep.
That's fine. But I don't have to do it.
Okay. Do you understand
And
you
I'm
can
not
be
gonna do
arrested
it.
if you don't? Do you understand you can be arrested, can and will be arrested because you're committing an offence?
What's the offence?
You're driving an unregistered motor vehicle on the road.
I'm just
And we-
travelling on a public road,
Well, we
mate.
need to confirm your
I'm
identity,
just
sir.
travelling on a public road. I don't have to show identification
Well, can
to
you tell
travel
me?
on a public
I'll
road.
write it down. Can you tell me your name and address, please? Because you could be
Again,
anyone.
do you guys get paid by the Crown? Because I just want for you guys to know as well as me, because an actual police officer doesn't get paid by the Crown. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that?
Can we just get your name and address?
And are you aware that personating?
11, the VKC.
Are you aware that personating
I'm not impersonating a police officer.
a commonwealth officer
I've given you my VP
can make you
number. So
liable
I've given you
to
my
up to
registered
2
number.
years
Yeah,
in
okay.
prison under the 1914
So I'm not
Section
impersonating. I'm not
75.
impersonating a police officer. I am a police officer.
I are.
Yes. So I've just given you my
So the
registered
Victorian
number.
Police is a lawful
Yes.
government entity,
Yes.
a de jure government.
I'm not sure. Don't know what that means.
That means a legitimate government.
The Victorian government is a legitimate government. Now, can you please give me? I need to take a sample of
I'm
your
gonna,
breath.
I'm gonna give you guys 2 more minutes, then I'm gonna leave. If you're not gonna arrest me in 2 minutes,
Well, you could better hop out then, because I'm going to arrest you.
I'm not hopping out.
Well, do we have to get
And
you
you've just
out?
opened my door, which is also unlawful.
Okay. So do you understand that you need to provide some details?
No.
You're the driver of
I
a
don't
motor vehicle.
understand it. No, it's not true.
What do you not understand about that? What do you not understand about that?
I don't have to provide you with any identification. I'm
asking
free.
you to provide
I
you
am
with your
free to
details.
travel on a public road in my private property, my private property, anytime I choose, without being harassed
You're
and
not being
molested by
harassed.
the police. I'm not being harassed.
You're
You've
not
just
being
pulled me
harassed.
over.
Yep.
You're standing there. You've both got guns. So of course I'm being harassed. This is harassment. I am travelling down the road, a
Yep.
public road,
Yep.
freely. I'm not harming anyone.
Yep.
So I haven't broken the harm principle. There's no reason for state intervention. If I've not harmed a person, then the state has no legal authority to intervene with my being at all.
You're also driving an unregistered vehicle on the roads. So that's
It
the
doesn't
reason
have
we're
to be
talking.
registered.
Yes, it does.
Why? Why does it have to be registered? I'm a private person travelling, exercising my rights to freedom of movement and the pursuit of happiness under my religious beliefs.
And I look, I empathise with what you're telling me, sir. I do.
Well, I don't need your empathy. I just need you to follow the law. I need you guys to understand what the law
I am
is.
following the law.
That's what I need.
But I also need you to understand where we're coming from as well.
To all police officers of the Commonwealth, common law exercise of rights, no implied consent, all rights reserved, no duty to identify self. The common law does not require a citizen to identify oneself or carry identification of any kind. That's Coastland versus War, 1957. No statute authority.
So that's if you haven't committed an offence. Because you've committed an offence. So
What you're saying, I've
let me
committed
speak.
offence?
I've let you speak. Just let me speak. So we require your name and address to ensure your attendance before court.
What you require is completely different. You've got my address. You've got my
We
the
don't have
car's
your name.
registered.
We don't have your
I
name.
don't know who you are. I've never met you in my life.
So how is it coming up as unregistered if you don't have my details?
Because all I've done is check the car.
To punch the rego in. So we punch the number plate in. It comes up unregistered.
Well, there you go. You don't need my. You can read that if you like. You
No,
guys
I
can
don't
keep a
need to
copy
read
of it if you
Look,
like.
what I've done is I've got the sarge down. Here's the sergeant,
great.
Sergeant
Hey,
Randall.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Good.
So, situation is,
Just let you know this is being recorded.
Very good.
Yeah, that's fine. And so, we've checked this gentleman's rego.
Yep.
Obviously, the rego comes up expired.
Okay.
We've intercepted him here. We've asked for some details, identification. Sorry, we've got that truck going past, so it's hard to hear.
Yeah, we'll just wait. That's alright. But I'm not having a person go at any of you guys, and I hope you understand that.
No,
This
we're
is
not
just
having
my
a,
duty
I'm
to do
not
this
having a personal go either.
because
And,
I don't really, you know.
and I've met people who in this job who think along the lines of the way you're thinking, and have those beliefs, and I totally respect that. But I'm trying to explain to you that as the driver of a motor vehicle and you're committing an offence of driving an unregistered motor vehicle, we need to establish your identity. So we also need you to provide us with a breath test. Obviously, if you don't do those things, you can be arrested, as we tried to explain.
Yeah, I hear all the things you're saying, and I hear that that's what your job requires, but
Yep.
that's not what I'm required to do.
Okay.
As a private person, I'm not required to do that.
What can I at least ask your first name?
You can ask anything you like.
Okay, what's your full name and address? You understand when you're... we need to confirm your identity. You've committed an
Why?
offence because you've committed an offence. So we need to confirm your identity. And if we can't confirm your identity, we can arrest you and hold you until we find out who you
I
are.
haven't broken any laws.
You've been driving an unregistered vehicle, so we need to know who you are. Okay?
Is that a law? Is
It is.
Is that unlawful?
Driving
Or
an
is it
unregistered vehicle means you're committing an offence, and you're committing an offence by not... And because you're driving a vehicle...
Is it unlawful though? Like, am I breaching? Am I infringing upon anyone else's right? Like, to me, you guys are infringing upon my right to freedom of movement right now.
Okay.
I'm trying to move. I've
Okay.
got to go. I've got to go up north to.
Yep.
I've got to go
And
to Port Macquarie.
look, we're happy to help you get out of here as quick as we can, but until you pay the registration on this vehicle, you can't drive it. Okay? And until we know who you are, you're not going to leave our custody.
So,
You're committing an offence. Law says we must. So now you have to provide us with your details. If you don't, we can arrest you and hold you until we know who you are.
right.
And that's what we've tried to explain. But obviously we've hit a brick wall there.
Okay. So have you got any identification on you?
I'm just going to read this to you. What was your name? Sorry, Sergeant.
Sergeant Ian Randall at
Ian
Maryborough
Randall.
Police.
Look, we've even done the
To
right
all
thing.
police officers of the Commonwealth, common law exercise of rights. No implied consent, all rights reserved. No duty to identify self. The common law does not require a citizen to identify oneself or carry identification of any kind. Coastland versus War, 1957. No statute authority. An ancient principle of the common law that a person not under arrest has no obligation to stop for police or answer their questions, and there is no statute that removes that. The conferring of such a power on a police officer would be a substantial detraction from the fundamental freedoms which have been guaranteed to the citizen by common law for centuries. Justice Stephen Kay.
Okay.
So I've actually got a few of these if you would like. that.
Okay.
Maybe you could even take it down at the station and let the boys have a look
Okay.
at it.
You're driving a vehicle?
I'm
You're
travelling.
driving.
I'm
Let me
travelling on a
talk. Let me
public
talk.
road.
You're travelling on a public road, and
in my
in
private
an unregistered
property.
vehicle.
This is my private property.
Okay. You've been
It's not a
intercepted
vehicle.
lawfully by Victoria Police, and you've pulled over, which is fantastic. And by law, you're required to provide your details to us.
I'm only pulled over because if I don't pull over,
And by
this will
law, we ask
probably shoot me.
you, because you're driving on a Victorian road, you're required to undergo a breath test when we ask. And by doing it, by refusing, is another offence. So you're driving an unregistered vehicle, and you're refusing a breath test, and we can't confirm your ID.
And what's that under what
Okay.
law?
This is where we're going with this.
Excuse me, I'm just going to have some water there.
So this is an easy process. We confirm your ID, we undergo a breath test, and then you're free to go after you've registered the vehicle. Otherwise, we'll arrest you, we'll take you back to the Maryborough Police Station until we can confirm your identity. And when we confirm your identity, as soon as that happens, we let you go. But that is where we stand right now. So are you going to provide your details, or are you going to come back to the police station with us?
So if I don't give you my name, you'll arrest me?
Yes.
And if I give you my name, you won't arrest me?
Exactly. That's where we're at. And once we confirm who you are, you're free to go. But as I said, not until this is registered, which you can do online or over the phone. So, will you provide us with your name and date of birth?
I'll provide you with my name, because if I don't, you're going to arrest me.
That is exactly
Yep,
what's going to happen.
That's correct. So what's your name, sir?
My name is... Are you after the legal name, or...
Have you got a licence? Have you got a licence with some identification on you so we can... Do you own a licence in any state?
Are you after the legal fiction, or are you after the man?
What are you recording as?
Who are you trying to...
Do you have a licence in any state, Victoria, New South Wales, wherever you.
I'll give you my name. It's Lucas.
Lucas. Lucas.
Lucas.
Yep. And
That's my given name.
Yep. And what's your surname?
And my family name that was given to me by my family is Nicholson.
Nicholson. Nichol.
Oh, there's no H in there.
Oh, no H. Nicol.
Son.
And what's your date of birth, Lucas?
So I'll ask
Thank you.
Are you licensed? Like, we'll find a license in that name. Or have you ever held a license?
I've held a license, yeah.
Okay.
Do you
You'll
currently hold
find
one?
something in that name.
Okay. We'll find this
I'll
name.
go and have a quick look now, and if
You
we
go
can
do some checks
confirm
while
some
I
ID.
chat to Luke.
And are you going to provide
Now,
my offsider with a
Because
breath
you've been
test?
driving a vehicle,
No.
so you understand if you don't provide a breath analysis on the machine here,
Yep.
you could be lost of licence up to 2 years
Yep.
and a large fine. I don't know what the fine is. Do you know what the fine is at the moment? I'm sorry, I don't know what the fine is, but it's a large fine and up to 2 years loss of licence.
I think it's more automatic.
So that's for a refusal of a preliminary breath test.
I'll take that up with the Commissioner of Roads and Transport. Or
Yeah,
whatever
that's
fine.
your.
Yeah.
But so you're refusing a test. Do you understand? Do you understand what I've just said? That you could
No.
have a loss of licence for up to 2 years and a large monetary fine.
No, I don't. No.
What's your reason for refusing a breath test?
Well,
I'll write this down. Have you been drinking?
mm-mm.
So are you refusing to undergo a breath test?
All I'm doing is sitting here. I just want to go to my destination.
Yep.
Like, I haven't harmed anyone.
It's true. And you haven't been aggressive, and we appreciate that.
I just want to read to you something. I was trying to establish with the officers before.
Yep.
If they're legitimate police officers or not. And
Yep,
this is
we've
one
got-
of my serious
Okay.
concerns.
Yep. So
As I said, I gave you my registered number before, and I've shown you my
Well,
badge.
that's a number and a
Yep.
badge. Like
Yep.
anyone can have a number and
Yep.
a
No
badge.
worries.
You know what I mean?
we've got two
I'm
police
just- what I'm
cars,
trying
got a
to figure
sergeant
out is
here.
if
We've all
it's a de
identified
jure
ourselves.
government,
Yep.
if it's a de jure government or if you're working for the corporate,
Okay.
for the
Right.
corporation, the
So
corporate
look-
government. That's what
We're
I'm trying to
working for the
figure out.
Victorian government. Okay.
Is that a de
That's
jure,
the-
legitimate?
The Victoria Police is part of the Victorian government. Okay.
Is that the de jure government? Is that from the Crown Monarch or is that a corporation?
Okay. Full license.
Yeah, mate, you've got a lot. I confirmed your ID. You've got the license. You've got the motorbike license. That's all good. Your address is all good. No problems there. Did you do the PBT?
He hasn't yet.
This is. I'm pretty much running out of patience here.
This
is your last go.
Can I read the harm principle to you? This is out of the Australian Oxford
Cancel
Law Dictionary.
registration. Just out of
No,
registration.
it's just out of rego.
Only just yet, for 5 days.
Yeah.
The principle espoused by J.S. Mill on Liberty, 1859, that state law is legitimate if its purpose is to stop a person from harming another. Beyond this, it becomes illegitimate and it infringes the individual's right to freedom of action. Did you get that, or
Yeah,
Yep,
I
yep.
did. But Lucas, do you understand that obviously we've confirmed your ID and we've explained how you've done the right thing there. We've now, obviously as a driver, we have a power to ask you for a PBT, which is this device here.
Well, you can ask me anything
Yep.
you like.
Yeah.
Like just like
But-
I can
but
ask you anything I like.
Do you
Exactly.
understand?
You know?
Do you understand that if you don't do the PBT, you lose your license?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out
No, okay.
who I've harmed.
We're
Well,
not
who
sa-
have I harmed?
We haven't said you harmed anyone.
Well, then
But it's a requirement when you're
well,
driving.
then it's illegitimate. What
Okay.
it's
Okay,
you're
Lucas,
infringing on
I'll
my
ask.
right.
This is the last time I'm going to ask. We've had plenty of chances. Are you going to blow into this? Are you going to require give me a sample of breath in this instrument as required under the Road Safety Act?
Under Section 55 of the Road Safety Act.
Is that a law or is that a legality?
It's legislation.
Is it
And
lawful or
if,
is it legal?
If you do not
the law.
provide a
That's
sample
the
of your
law.
breath, you will lose your licence for 2 years and there will be a monetary fine as well. You have to
Okay.
go to court. So, last chance,
It's pretty
will
important,
you
Mark.
provide a breath?
That's not-
We know who you are,
Yep.
but will you provide a sample of your breath now?
I'm not blowing into anything.
So, there you go. Will you provide a sample? Okay. Quick interview for refuse and you'll get a summons in the mail. What's your reason for refusing a sample preliminary breath test? Lucas?
I'm just trying to travel on a public road, mate.
Okay.
In my private.
Yep. And I've explained
Property.
to you about the penalties.
Well,
I
I don't
understand that.
consent to any of the penalties and that. The
I
only
know-
reason
I-
I've given
I
you a
understand
name
you
is
don't
so that you
consent
don't
to 'em.
fucking arrest me and put me in a cell like a fucking animal.
Yep.
That's the only reason I've given you
Okay.
my name.
Yep.
Because you've told me that you're going to arrest me if I don't. You guys have guns and capsicum spray.
We've
and
never
handcuffs
threatened you
and
with a
that.
gun or a capsicum
So-
spray. We just told
No,
you what the
you
law
have
is.
them on you, don't you? You carry them.
Yeah.
So that's quite
Okay.
intimidating, you know,
No
for
worries.
a person, especially
But you're
when
not
they-
being intimidated now. You're being asked. You're just being asked to provide.
Absolutely, and I,
Yeah.
and that's
Righto.
and I
So-
appreciate you guys have to ask to
Yep.
do your job, and I
No worries.
appreciate that. But I appreciate my
So
position.
what's going to happen now is you're going to receive a summons to attend court for refusing a breath test. Okay? At the moment, you can't drive this car because it's not registered. So by all means, you can ring up Vic Roads and pay it with a credit card or however you pay it. But until that's done, this car can't move. Okay? If you drive this car, we see you, we pull you over again, we give you another ticket. So what's your reason for driving with an unregistered vehicle?
Well, this is all going to come out in court anyway.
It is, yeah.
So I don't think we need to do this here. I think we can do it there, where there's
It's up to
trust
you.
the magistrate.
Okay.
And
Do you understand you can't drive this until you get it registered? I know you have your own laws or
it's
theories
just
in
going to be a
place,
long drive, isn't it? Oh, dear God.
but do you understand that you cannot drive this now until you've registered?
I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're
He's
pretty
confirmed.
much done.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks for your time, Lucas.
Thank you.
Don't drive. Get this
Please
registered,
don't
and
drive
then
it. Yeah, get it registered. All right.
Okay.
All right.
We'll send something out in the mail as far as refusing the PBT.
Okay. No problem.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. See you later. And well, that's that.